Why? When y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some sort of way, y'all be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violate.
All right, so here's the tea. The Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion drama has been heating up lately, and it's pretty clear that something's going on between Nicki, the Carters, and Megan. Nicki ain't playing games, y'all. She's been making it crystal clear that just because people are tight with Beyonce and Jay-Z, that doesn't give them the right to disrespect her. Word on the street is that Nicki is keeping her guard up, worried about Jay-Z and Beyonce pulling a Keri Hilson on her. It seems like their big collaboration involves none other than Megan Thee Stallion.
This is about Jay-Z. This is about Jay-Z. And excuse me, because I'm not trying to be fresh at all. But Jay-Z has this way of kind of like presenting himself in the culture as like this Daddy Warbucks kind of figure.
Y'all, guess who just entered the chat? It's Alia Ebanks. But let's talk about something juicy. Apparently, Nicki isn't just cautious about Jay-Z and Beyonce. She's also wary of others in the industry. You won't believe this, but the Grammys might have intentionally tried to embarrass Nicki with that mistake. We'll dive into that, but first, let's spill some tea on how Jay-Z and Beyonce might be trying to sabotage Nicki. Hold up, didn't Nicki and the Carters always get along? I mean, they seemed pretty tight when Beyonce publicly acknowledged Nicki's birthday and the birth of her son in 2020. Beyonce even sent her a handwritten note to welcome her into motherhood. And remember, when the Carters congratulated Nicki for winning the Vanguard Award at the 2022 MTV VMAs. It seemed like they were on good terms then. Shoot, as recently as July 2023, Beyonce sent Nicki a bunch of Pink Ivy Park stuff to celebrate her title track for the Barbie film soundtrack. Okay, so there are some people who've been saying that Nicki hasn't attended the pre-Grammy Rock Nation brunch since 2015. Back then, she was dating Meek Mill, who later joined forces with Jay-Z for prison reform. Could it be that behind the scenes, they've had some issues but have been putting on a show for the public? Who knows, guys? But whatever went down between Nicki and the Carters must have happened around the end of 2023, and it left Nicki feeling some type of way. She even diced Beyonce in one of her recent songs, saying, "They said, why you can't Beyonce? Daddy wasn't no businessman. Mama wasn't no business owner. What an idiot. You can't be me. I'm already it." Can you believe that? And if that wasn't enough, there's this whole feud with Megan Thee Stallion that's been boiling over. Let me tell you, Nicki was pressed about it, and it made me think something else was going on. I mean, one line in Megan's song shouldn't have warranted such a clapback from Nicki for days. But here's the tea. Word on the streets is that the real issue isn't even with Megan, it's with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Get this, Rock Nation. Jay-Z's company is the one behind Megan's success. And sources are saying that Rock Nation is pumping money into pushing Megan and stirring up this beef with Nicki Minaj to kick her out of the game. Can you believe the drama? Things got real messy between Nicki and Megan when Megan dropped some bars about Megan's Law. And let me tell you, it hit a nerve because Nicki's hubby, Kenneth Petty, has been in the database for over 2 decades after serving 4 years in the slammer, if you catch my drift. But wait, there's more. In 2020, Nicki's own brother, Jelani Mirage, got sentenced to 25 years in a New York prison for basically the same thing as her man. Now, before Jelani got locked up, Nicki actually wrote a letter on his behalf, hoping to extend his sentence by painting him as this gentle and selfless dude. But guess what? He still had to do time. As much as Nicki may deny it, that line about Megan's Law hit too close to home. Word on the street is that Nicki is convinced Rock Nation is behind all this drama. She even went on a rant against Megan, making it crystal clear. In one of her tweets, she claimed Rock Nation was pouring money into pushing Megan to outshine Bigfoot or something. But here's the thing. Nicki is just a broke independent artist. She needs to let it go, baby. The world knows where she stands. Can't rap? Stop trying to make fetch happen. Meanwhile, I put out a song with 0 promo, no video, and guess what? It's already number 2. Oh, and let me spill some more tea. Nicki mentioned Rock Nation again in another tweet. She was like, y'all want to bring up my family members and lie about your dead mother, lie to Gail, lie on and mess around with your best friend. Some man even told me to drink up and go to the clinic. Can you believe that? All because I wouldn't let your funky butt pour liquor down my throat. She thinks she's a bully just because she gets invited to the Rock Nation brunch every year. Well, be mad at that party because he spilled all your tea. But you want to take shots at my family. You better get up on your good foot and apologize to your mama, you nasty serpent. Girl, the drama is real. So, get this. According to Nicki, Bigfoot was just the beginning of her rampage on industry figures. She even dropped a bombshell promising to expose the CEO of Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, next. She tweeted, "Wait till you hear my next song, where I spill all the tea on the people Desiree allegedly fired for who knows what reasons and more juicy stuff." Let me tell you, so many people were caught off guard and hurt by her actions. Rumor has it she's even willing to go broke just to try and replace me. But here's the thing. It's not just about Megan. It goes beyond that. It involves Jay-Z, Beyonce, and the entire Rock Nation crew. Remember when Nicki called out Elliott Wilson for disrespecting her? Well, Jay-Z got caught up in the crossfire, too. Here's the scoop. Elliott was doing a live stream with Kai Cenat to promote her new album back in December 2023. Now, Elliott has a history of favoring new viral artists over established ones, and he's not afraid to say it. So he goes and posts a video of Nicki Minaj twerking with a caption like hip-hop journalism or something. Can you believe the nerve? And guess what? Nicki didn't hold back. She clapped back at Elliott saying, "Hey, Elliott, if you could stop obsessing over Jay-Z for a second, maybe you'd be able to show some support for new artists. Isn't that what you accuse me of? Saying I'm not welcoming to newcomers? But guess what? I've collaborated with all of them, so why can't you be happy for a young black man like Kai?" According to Nicki, Elliott is just one of the mouthpieces being used to bring her down. It's crazy how some people actually believe there's a whole agenda against her. I mean, seriously, there are folks out there saying things like, I gotta give it to Nicki Minaj for not backing down and still dropping music despite all the odds stacked against her. There's big money trying to end her. But guess what? There's an even bigger force watching over her. Keep doing you, Nicki. Your legacy will never be erased. Love you, girl. So there have been people talking about how the Grammys totally embarrassed Nicki Minaj. Like, if you missed it, before the actual televised show, the Recording Academy was giving out some awards during this thing called the Grammys premiere ceremony. They were posting the winners on their official website, right? So when they announced the best rap song, they said Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice's Barbie World from the Barbie soundtrack won. But hold up, those who watched the premiere ceremony on YouTube saw that Killer Mike's scientists and engineers actually took the trophy. They quickly took down the post, but the damage was done and Barbs were not happy at all. And get this, if Nicki had won, it would have been her first Grammy, you know? So people were like, why would the Grammys post about Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice's winning and then just delete it? I mean, she's been calling out the industry for sabotaging her, and this just adds fuel to the fire. And let's not forget, Nicki already has a rocky relationship with the Grammys. Back in 2022, she called out the Recording Academy for putting her song Super Freaky Girl in the pop category instead of rap just to avoid some competition. Crazy, right? So in 2020, she totally called out the Grammys for not giving her the Best New Artist Award, even though she had 7 songs on the Billboard charts at the time. And guess what? They actually announced her as the winner by mistake and then deleted the tweet. Talk about shady. It's like someone made a secret call and the poor social media intern was the last to know. Of course, Barbs were all over it, pointing out how the industry is always trying to sabotage her, just like Nicki has been saying. I mean, come on. Why would they announce Nicki W on the official Academy Twitter page and then say someone else won during the show? It's all kinds of strange. I tell ya, And let's not forget, Megan had her say too. She celebrated her success with her fans on Station Head on Twitter Spaces. And you know what she mentioned? Rock Nation. Yeah, she was like, don't make me call Rock Nation. So is Megan subtly confirming that Rock Nation is involved too. Could Nicki be right about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and the whole industry trying to sabotage her, just like they did with Keri Hilson? Girl, I want to know your thoughts on this. Spill the tea in the comment section below.